It's the Old Man's Podcast Club. We're drinking and thinking it all over. We'll talk, and we'll talk some more and have a wonderful time. It's the Old Man's Podcast Club. It's the Old Man's Podcast Club.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Old Man's Podcast Club, the world's #1 fortnightly nonsensical podcast hosted around a plastic garden table in a secret underground bunker. I am your host, Miles Page, and tonight I'm joined.
You're
joined.
You're joined
I'm joined by the man whose body is a wonderland. It's Ryan Mordew.
Your body is a wonderland.
I'm a bit. No.
Anything
Anything that ends with land now after watching Leaving Neverland, I just get traumatized.
Your body is leaving Neverland.
Oh God. Oh God, no.
And to my right, he's thinking something about Olivia, and I couldn't think of any condescending John Mayer song titles that was appropriate. It's George Williams. Hello.
Hello.
How are we doing, boys?
Not bad.
Yeah, good, thanks.
Not bad
Good.
at all, actually.
Yeah.
It's been a reasonable 2 weeks.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm liking the new intro, by the way, but the bit where it says fortnightly, I just think of fortnight.
Yeah.
And that hurts me just a lot.
I'd use the word joined instead of giant as well.
Giant.
Yeah, Giant's a good one. I think we should keep Giant. Yeah. Gina.
Okay.
Got a mangina.
I appreciate the feedback. I'll put it to board.
Okay. Yeah, another day, yeah.
Right, let's crack open a nice cold case of conversation.
Lovely.
So, first beer. Well, I'm providing the beers this week, and I've come up with a conceptual challenge.
Okay, I'm pretty excited about this.
Now, I haven't had some of these before. Now, so what I've done is I've done the cheap beer challenge. Okay? So I've gone to Morrisons.
Yeah.
And there's always those beers that are like their own brew. I never buy them. I thought, what
a perfect time to try these.
Yeah, this is a reviewing time. But I will preface it with, I've also got one premium craft ale thrown in there as well for good measure.
Oh, I see. So it's a bit of a blind taste test
nice.
going on.
It's not blind taste test as such. Because I haven't decanted this.
He is not that prepared.
Okay, I see how it is.
I'd like to keep this blind. Can I close my eyes for the next 20 minutes?
Just nod off.
You should have just done your old duct tape trip.
Yeah, you could just
duct tape all the cans.
It's okay.
Hindsight's 2020.
Hi guys, we'll be back in 20.
Okay, so the first one.
Wow, sorry.
We have here
Okay.
Morrisons, the best IPA, which is brewed by Marston's. Now, that's a good start.
It's got a good brewery on it. You know, obviously it's been brewed for Morrisons in particular.
Yeah.
I guess they're not going to serve this in a pub. But it's got the badge of a decent brewer. Like a well-known brewer.
Yeah.
I mean, if we wanted to dress this up in another way,
I like the bottle, to be fair.
I could take another run up at this and I could say, coming at you with the hottest, fiery collab of 2019 so far, you've got your boy Marston's collaborating with Morrisons.
Yeah, but no. I thought that was going to work, but the word Morrisons just takes all the gravitas out of everything that you just said before.
And while you're there, weekly shop. Quite right. So this is 5.5% IPA.
Scheiße.
It's quite a strong one.
This is quite strong, actually, isn't it?
Scheiße, man.
Didn't look at that. Let's crack them open.
Pass me that knob.
Hey. There you go. Wow. I got bubbles fizzing out the top.
Yeah, for the sake of the listener, the bottle opener is a very phallish looking. It's a penis.
That's what flaccid is. Who knew?
You said phallus?
Oh, right.
Yeah.
It's a nice,
Cheers.
It's a nice looking penis.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Go on, let's have a nice. That'll do.
Clink.
It's a bit of a stretch.
Yeah.
Blank. Right.
Okay, I'll be straight in and honest with this one.
Okay, can I guess what you're going to say?
Yeah, okay.
Because you were so... I'm going to say you're looking... We're still on the 10-point thing, Bob. I think you're sitting
No,
around...
I'm not about to score it. I'm going to give a description.
Okay, you go on. Okay, leave it then.
I think it tastes more like a lager. I don't think this tastes like an IPA. It's not that I don't enjoy the taste.
Yeah.
It's just that's not what I expected when I took a sip.
Yeah.
Do you guys have the same? Like, do you think it's lager?
It's not as IPA as I'd like it to be,
IPA.
but I think you're right, to be honest.
It's okay.
Yeah, no, it tastes fine.
Yeah. It's
Like,
not.
now I know what it tastes like. If I ever fancy this again,
You are
I
right,
I
actually.
consider
I think
Morrisons IPA/lager. But yeah, I think it does taste more like
Generally,
a
it just comes
a
in
lager
brown
to me.
bottles, and it's just like whatever labels they've got, put it on.
Yeah, I think this has just been bottled in the wrong one, hasn't it?
Yeah.
No, I think it's a nice bottle actually. I mean, the advertisement on it's a bit dull.
Yeah.
So
So
the bottle, it's the actual shape of the bottle is nice.
So it's a black label. We're on a brown bottle. Genius.
Yeah, bottle's nice. Advertisement's awful. I feel like they've tried to make it.
It looks bland. That's the
Yeah.
problem. It looks cheap.
The only colourful thing is 3 letters IPA.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, this is what I mean, and I'm pretty. The company I'm actually most impressed with at the moment is the Co-op.
Yeah.
The Co-op.
Can't say I've ever tried any
The
co-op
Coop.
beer.
The Coop these days have absolutely turned it around. But I think it was probably about 5 years ago, they started revamping all their shops, and I can't remember. I think someone took it over. It's quite an interesting story actually. But basically, all their stuff now is top notch. Like their beer selections are probably one of the best shops to go into for a beer selection. It's genuinely brilliant, and all their own branded stuff is also brilliant. And it surprised me because I always years ago didn't steer clear from Co-op, but there was obviously a little bit of a less what's the word for it? I don't know.
Cost-effective element.
Yeah. So it wasn't something like to.
Well, that's a scoop.
Yeah,
That's a scoop
that's
to it,
definitely
yeah.
something. So if you guys want to get some really nice beers, go to the Co-op. That's the first place actually I saw a what's it called? The one from the Griffin, Citra.
Yeah, right. So we've
Bottle
got
Citra.
another bottle on the way. No, we've got 2 cans. One largish can, which is an interesting one, and then I've got a small one. The small one's quite strong though, I think.
Okay.
But
okay.
yeah. So,
Good.
but we will get round to them. So, are we giving this? Do you want to give it a score now, or do you want to give it a score on completion?
No, I'll give it. Hang on, I'm gonna have another sip, and then I'll be ready to
Get
give
it
it a
close
score.
to the mic. See if we can catch a good gulp. Oh my lord!
Okay. I'm ready for a score. I think
All right, shoot.
I'm gonna give it a 6.5 out of 10.
That's what I was going to say earlier. No, I was going to give it 6.5. That's what I thought you were going
Yeah.
to give it earlier.
Well, I wasn't ready to give it a score then, so you
That's
would have
fair.
been wrong, and I would have
Probably
chose something else.
I do apologise.
You got a score there, George? Are you ready?
You go first.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for a 5.5.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go same as the volume, basically 5.5
Percentage.
Same as the percentage.
Percentage equals score.
Yeah, I'm sticking to. Yeah, I think it's around that.
So, our first topic of this fortnight, brackets, not Epic Games. Ryan, have you heard there is within the UK, a new place that's opened up, sort of like an exhibition centre? It's going to be sort of like there to serve the entirety of the nation, like a national...
Oh, it's a national thing?
Yeah, like a national...
And it's a centre for exhibitions?
Yeah, so if you've got an exhibition, you can hold it there, and then it's national, so everyone can come to it.
So it's there... Is that the NCE?
No, I think it's just Nando's.
Nando's? Oh, they do exhibitions now?
Yeah, I thought. Wait, I'm a bit confused.
No, so it's more of a conference or an exhibition.
Oh, did the Queen start this off? I'm pretty sure the Queen is the one that she came and opened it, didn't she?
What, Nando's?
No, the
Fair play. Get in there, Queenie. Cheeky Nando's.
I think she'd quite enjoy cheeky Nando's.
You never know.
I mean, I don't enjoy.
She might be a
Nando's.
sucker for the spice. You know that really hot black sauce they've got
yeah.
in there that she just like covers her chicken in.
I bet she does. Yeah.
So on true OMPC form, we understand that the National Exhibition Centre opened up probably over 40 years ago.
By the Queen. Oh, that was correct.
Queen. And because we are bang up to date, we went. We've got an inside scoop. We sent our field reporter out, George.
Hello,
We've been to
hello.
the NEC, I understand.
I've been at the NEC this
Was
week.
the Queen still there from the opening, or
No, she did. She did go back
40
to
years on.
Yeah,
she might be waiting?
She's back at Balmoral now, chilling out with the corgis. She's she wasn't there unfortunately. But no, yeah, I have been at the NEC this week. Home building and renovating show is on. Just been helping out my auntie and uncle with their company that they own. And yeah, it's been good. It's
Good week for business.
Yeah, it's been really good. I'll say it was the first day today, to be honest.
Oh, okay.
But the home building and renovating is so much better than the Grand Design show that we do. So we do the 2 shows a year. But the Grand Designs one is nicer to go to for...
Okay, so yeah, I was about to ask that question. So if you're a member of the public that's not really looking to buy anything and you just kind of want to have a look around, it's like Grand Design's the place to go?
Yeah, Grand Designs is brilliant. Don't get me wrong, like, we're still there, but you have a lot of people going to the Grand Design show for the fact that it's
the Grand Design
show. And we're looking for people that are building houses and want to buy windows and conservatories.
Okay.
So some people do. But we have a lot of conversations with people that are basically looking to do something in about 3 years' time or some rubbish like that. But this one that we're at, nearly everyone that we talk to, they're kind of looking to do something pretty soonish, which is fantastic for business or, and so on.
They're there to get a quote or an idea of what you sell rather than just those windows look cool. What do they do? Do they open outwards?
I could see
or
right through
inwards?
them.
I have retained way too much information about windows and glass and stuff. Too much for someone that doesn't really work for them I work for them 2 weeks a year basically. I know too much information about windows. It's a bit ridiculous.
Okay, well if you for the Q&A section later, if anyone has any questions about windows,
please bring them up.
Send them in. We have got an expert in the house.
Why? I mean, is that?
Yeah, please do. But anyway, the NEC itself. So the NEC, I would say in the past past 6 years now, has become more than just the NEC. Because that's kind of what it was. But now it's become something so much bigger and greater. And,
Yeah,
and
it's got a Nando's nearby now.
It does have a Nando's nearby, it does. But basically, it now has a place called Resorts World, which is kind of like... It has a hotel, casinos. It's kind of got a discounted kind of shopping mall. Yeah, it's very American, isn't it?
It's outlet, isn't it?
It's like an outlet,
shops.
exactly. And then it's got a load of places you can eat and so on. Anyway, it's also got some big Bear Grylls.
The outdoor adventure
centre.
Yeah. It's got that VR place as well.
The Vortex and stuff. And now they're literally building something else to the side of the lake now.
Yeah.
Next to, so I don't know what that's going to be, but it looks like they're building something.
I'd imagine it's a house for the Queen.
I mean,
probably in case she needs to open anything nearby.
Yeah,
possibly.
Yeah, or just welcome guests.
Wave out the window.
Thanks for coming today. Hope you enjoy the show.
When was the last time you guys have been?
Well, I haven't been for a while.
Like a very
long time.
Was it last year?
Grand Designs.
Grand Designs.
Yeah.
So So have you noticed that they've done up that side of the NEC? So the rest of the NEC basically looks like what Thunderbird 2 kind of sat in for many years. Because obviously it's been 40 years old, 45 years old.
Yeah.
But all that side now, they've completely done it up, so it's all nice and colourful and like kind of Shazam. It looks a lot nicer now. It doesn't look all grey and 40, 50 years old.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. But that is alongside where
That's good then.
Yeah, no, it's a brilliant place to be. But obviously that's where the Gentings Arena. Drake's there tonight playing actually.
Drake was there last night.
Yeah, and
2 nights.
3 nights. Apparently he's getting he's over £2 million a night. That's how much he's getting.
Is that it? Get on my level.
Yeah. Get on my level.
Strange
man.
flex, but okay.
Yeah.
I earn exactly £0.00 from this podcast.
Just waiting for that Patreon money to come in.
Yeah, just
ATM.
waiting it out.
Yeah. I saw some footage, an Instagram story from the Drake gig, and I'm sure whilst Drake is great, it looks like such a shit place to be.
Yeah, I mean, I've got to lie. Obviously, my cousin Josh.
Yeah.
Even he was like, yeah, he's a Drake fan. I genuinely would have thought, yeah, I would have loved to be there. But he was just like, no, I reckon it's pretty shit live. To be fair,
Pretty shit, because there's so many, I watched this footage, and there was a point someone had filmed it on Instagram stories. I was watching that story, and then I was watching Drake through this person filming someone else's phone filming Drake.
Okay.
Like, it was just a sea of phones, and it's like, how can you ever have... You think about the best gigs that have ever been.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
There wasn't a bunch of pricks there going, oh, yeah, I've got to Instagram this so everyone can see it, rather than, holy shit, I'm in a magical moment.
It's turned more into a rub it in anyone that didn't buy a ticket's
Yeah,
face.
It's a flex.
100%.
I saw Drake tonight. Whereas Beatles playing on the rooftop, people just stopped and stared because it was...
Yeah, they couldn't even see him. They couldn't even see them. All they could do was hear them.
Yeah,
and they stopped.
And Queen at Wembley in 86, maybe, no one there. It's just like, you're just part of a moment, and that's like an atmosphere. It's like, how can you have any atmosphere?
Well, I'm all up for this thing that they're planning on doing, which is when you're in that certain area, your phone basically can't take photos or videos.
Yeah.
So apparently, when you're in a certain area at a certain time, your camera, through like Apple and that kind of stuff, or whatever it is, or it will
I guess
stop
it's hard to
using the camera.
enforce, isn't it?
It is, but that's something that I think would help.
Well, Joe
And
Rogan was
personally,
doing
I'm
it at
just
shows, wasn't he?
Yeah.
But that was because he was He was trying out new material that would end up in a Netflix special.
Yeah.
It's like, you can't let that leak.
No.
Yeah, no, that's...
But I think it would be good.
I'd be happy with that.
No, it wouldn't bother me
I don't need to show everyone that I'm at a concert. Like, I mean, I understand there's a sense of like, I'd like to say if I was at a cool gig that maybe you couldn't get to, I would be like, yeah, Miles, I managed to get in. It's great. And there is a sense of, but.
Yeah, this is what I don't really get about the whole Instagram story aspect. Like, if I was at a gig and I sent you two a message and I'd just be like, "Yo, I managed to get into this gig," like, to me that's fine because you're my mates. I don't send it to the whole of my Instagram following, that don't really care what I'm doing, and it is just a weird flex.
Yeah, it is a bit. It is
And
a flex,
like, the
isn't
thing
it?
is this person had posted like 10 different videos of the gig, and it's like,
Okay, that's
why am I gonna watch
extreme.
that?
That's extreme.
Like, because phones are
That's-
so
yeah.
good, and like, iPhone has always had the best microphone. Even if you've got the newest iPhone and the best microphone, your gig still sounds shit. I'm not watching it going, oh yeah, I love this bit.
Yeah,
great tune,
no one's
great
doing
tune.
that.
Oh, I'm gonna replay that.
Yeah.
Like, no one. It's just like, you just sat there scrolling. Oh, it's great.
Yeah, well, I think you're 100% correct there, because it's one of those. Don't get me wrong. At some concerts I've been and I've just done a bit of a pan,
Yeah.
and then it's kind of said da 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 at the end or whatever.
Yeah.
And I've done that, and I've put stuff up like that. But the video recording of the actual concert
Yeah.
is something I've never.
It's
I've
when you
never
can't
done.
see anything because the person in front of you does nothing but put their phone in front of your face for the whole time.
And then
Yeah.
it's literally like you're watching the gig through their phone. I tell you what's even worse. I could not believe my eyes the first time I saw it. iPad at a gig.
Oh no.
Yeah, no,
Are you
I've
kidding
seen a
me?
couple of them. It's just like,
Yeah, that's not.
Wow.
That's
okay.
not good.
It's like, what's next? Like someone bringing a MacBook with the webcam just holding the whole thing up.
The next level,
It's
isn't
been
it?
done. I'm telling you, it's been done.
Oh, it's absolutely crazy. But this we've gone massively off topic. How do we get here?
Where were we?
We were at the
remember
NEC
where we started.
taking Instagram videos.
Right. First thing. Second thing. Thank you.
Sorry.
Thank you for that report.
Thanks for going out in the
Yeah,
field
no worries.
and
Yeah.
meeting the Queen, getting some Instagram pics of
Yep.
the NEC at the show.
Yeah,
And-
well, I can't
yeah.
wait for next time's
And we
outing.
hope you and the family have a great time at the Drake concert.
Will do.
Got lots of videos.
Will do.
We've got a very important topic to discuss.
Very important.
Very important.
They're all very important.
They're all important.
To a point.
Google Stadia.
Yes.
What is it?
Okay, I feel like I should take the lead here
Okay, yeah.
on
Okay.
this one. Because from my understanding, we haven't had a big conversation about this yet, have we? But from my understanding, I'm really pumped about this. Not as it's because Google's doing it, but I'm excited because this is what it's going to be in 5 years' time, in 10 years. This is what it's going to be. This is your Xbox and your PlayStation are going to be a subscription on your TV as one of your little apps. And all you're going to do is buy the controller, and you're going to go over to the PlayStation app, and it's going to load up your PlayStation Hub where you can play all your games and so on. That's what it's going to be. Because the consoles themselves, let's be honest, every time they bring out a new console, they take a loss on nearly every console they make. Because where they make the money is in the live subscriptions and in the games that they're making. And Xbox, I think Microsoft have made the biggest clear kind of realization of this. Now, don't get me wrong. I think we're going to get one more set of consoles, and I think I think that the Xbox One is going to be a modular console. Mm-hmm. I think anyway. I don't think the internet is particularly great or enough for people to actually. If they actually said, right, it's now internet based, I couldn't play an Xbox. So I couldn't play Xbox with my internet.
Yeah.
No.
Or PlayStation. I guess it's not possible for me at the moment.
It's
But
almost a dream world, right?
That's where it's going.
They're aiming, I think, 90% at the console audience.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think anyone with a PC will never drop the PC.
What are you talking about for this
for
Google
the Google Stadia?
But it's do you understand? It's got
Okay, hold on.
Yeah, sorry.
So it's things that they haven't thought about integrating yet. Mm-hmm. So a massive part about having a PC and being able to play games is being able to mod your games.
Yeah, I suppose.
And everything, obviously,
why can't
for this Google Stadia.
Why can't that be possible through Stadia?
Because you can't. They're not your games to mod. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're literally changing the files.
You don't own anything.
You don't own anything. You're just accessing it.
Surely there'd be some kind of ways to do this. Because there's
there
a lot
probably
of
is, but at the moment, it's not at the level where I think they're appealing to the PC audience.
No, I mean, the only thing I could say is the fact that, I mean, it's what is it? Each one at the moment is 10 teraflops or whatever it's called, and that's more than the Xbox One X. And if the Xbox One X is 6 and that's 10, it's gonna look absolutely stunning. Do you know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. Like, if you're gonna spend $1,500 to $2,000 on a PC, which is a hell of a lot of money, and because what you're doing, you're getting your hands on basically a PC worth that much money on a subscription month. Yeah, on a subscription that most people are already paying by having a having a PlayStation and an Xbox, and so it's almost playing subscription to have a $2,000 computer, if that makes sense. I'm not saying it's going to work straight away, but all I'm trying to say is this is surely the future, and that's why I'm so pumped about it.
I think it's the same as whether you're going to be having a PS4 or an Xbox One right now. Like, it's just like I think there's going to be an area of the market. It's like if I want to play on my PC, it's in a separate room to anything else, and it has to be an active decision for me to go and play it. Whereas if it was a service available on my TV, maybe it becomes more of a social thing, kind of like the Switch, in the way that you can kind of have it.
Anyway,
you can have it anywhere.
So I did watch the keynote.
Yeah,
and I did see them seamlessly switch from screen
to
screen.
How ridiculous
and it looks very good. Yeah. And I think it's very clever, the fact that the controller isn't connected to the device you're playing it on. It's connected directly to the Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
So the input lag is as minimal as it possibly can be.
Yeah.
But as you said, the limiting factor is internet speeds at the moment.
Yeah. That's it.
They basically said that your minimum internet speed that you need is 30 megabits.
But look,
oh my lord!
But that does get you 60 frames at 4K.
That's good. But let's face it, like, we are aren't we we are really one of the worst countries in the Western world for, well, we are the worst in the Western world for internet.
Oh,
We
yeah.
literally are. Literally.
Yeah.
Like, it's shocking. And your internet...
But let's just talk
like,
about...
honestly, I could send a donkey with packets to your house and it would arrive quicker than the data on your internet.
You're not joking.
I'm not.
You're not joking.
I'm deadly serious.
Yeah, and that's a slow donkey.
Well, what's your average download? Like 1.2 megabits.
Something like on a good day, I get to like 3. Like I manage like 3.5. Like I can watch Netflix. With Netflix, I've got to admit, they are brilliant.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
I don't know what it is. You can have next to no internet.
Can I interrupt for a minute?
And they're like, yeah, you can have HD. That's fine. You can. Yeah, go on.
Has someone burped?
No, I nearly did a
I've
minute ago.
burped multiple times. It's a very, very
it
lager
is a
beer.
bit-
Yes,
very
yes, it is.
gassy
Now,
thing.
what did you have for dinner?
Had a burger.
A burger.
Yeah, I had a burger.
Well, wait, what? Where from?
I cooked it.
Oh, I got into his car early and I was like, mate, it smells like McDonald's in it. And he was like, I haven't had McDonald's in ages, but you did have a burger.
Yeah, I cooked it at home.
I'm not saying I'm just saying there's some kind of like.
It's like you're not allowed to buy burgers anymore. You can only have McDonald's.
God damn, it's Monopoly month.
It smells more like a bolognese or burp.
I was quite good. I had a.
Well, it is beef mince.
Beef mince.
Beef?
Yeah, it's definitely not what I had. I had a salad this evening. It was nice that it was camembert with rosemary and garlic, with like olives and shit. It was nice. Yeah, I really wanted some chips, but no.
Okay.
Well, mom was like, she came upstairs like, do you want some dinner? I was like, oh yes, please. She was like, what do you want? I was like, I'll just have whatever you're having. That's what she was making. So
you've done the healthy stuff again.
bad mistake on your part.
at the end, I was just like, salad, man. It's shit in it. She just started giggling.
Speaking of storing food upon your stomach, Microsoft is pushing a new DNA data storage system. Ryan.
Yeah, so I guess I've got the lowdown on that, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
could I get the basis? Could I have all the...
Okay, so
Explain
down.
like we're 5.
Yeah, please do.
so obviously, like you've got your mechanical hard drives, SSDs, stuff like that. Yep.
Sounds like that.
So basically, it's got to the point now where we're generating so much data that to keep up physically with the amount of hard drive space you need is like it's practically impossible. With stuff like 10 years ago, we weren't using fitness trackers. Google Maps, like to get from A to B, stuff like that. It's basically all of your data is being stored.
And people weren't collecting so much data about us.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's kind of got to the point where we need this new method of being able to store data.
Sorry.
Okay, George, you showed me a picture
I
of
do
some weird
apologise.
Angry Birds.
I do apologise. We'll come back to that in a minute.
Holy shit, I think I know what that is. That's going to be okay, yeah.
So yeah, and it's been on the cards for a while now. We've been trying to get into DNA data storage.
Yeah.
So DNA is made up of essentially 4 letters. You've got A, T, G, and C. And essentially you can use that to encode a binary.
Right,
Because
okay.
you can have C is 00, A
Yep.
is 01, T might be 10, and then I can't even remember what letters I've said can be 11.
Yeah.
So you can code that way. So and the good thing about DNA is it's tiny.
Yeah.
Essentially. So in like 1 gram you can fit like 2 trillion gigabytes of data.
Jesus.
So it's literally tiny.
Right.
In a single gram, 215 petabytes.
Peter?
Peter?
I don't even know how much a peta.
No, I don't know how much a petabyte is.
5 tri-quadrillion.
What's after
Pet.
terabyte?
Hold on.
It's...
What's a petabyte?
I don't know what it is.
Equals 1 times 10 to the 15 bytes.
Ooh. That
So
still doesn't make any sense to me.
It's a lot, basically. It's a fucking lot.
So if
Yeah.
we...
So if you had that in mechanical hard drive space, like it's ridiculous.
oh, so 1 petabyte is 1,000 terabytes.
Okay.
Okay. So and
Jesus.
I've got some more info because okay.
That's crazy.
It lasts much longer than typical archival storage technologies.
Yeah.
what's this for DNA data storage?
Yes.
So to go on to that topic, actually, if you think about it, so there was a guy from the Ice Age that was dug up out of a cave. His body had been preserved by the ice.
Yeah.
And they managed to extract DNA from him and sequence it from 40,000 years ago. Like, that's how long DNA will last.
Okay,
just happily.
So DNA is pretty good for archival. Yeah. Okay.
So for archiving, it's fine.
It's more bad.
Yeah. So just to kind of give an example, though, like, so in each of our cells, we have our DNA, and it's about 3 billion of these A, T, G, and C's. And if you print that on standard A4 paper, size 11 font, it's like 240 foot high if you stack it. Like, it's crazy how small this stuff is.
Yeah.
So, like, at work, I can generate like a gram of DNA in a day.
Yeah.
You know, it obviously it's a bit different to how this works, but and from just having a gram, it can be in like 1,000th of a milliliter.
Okay.
So it's really tiny.
Sorry,
And
it's kind of dawning on me.
Mind blowing, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the reality of how much you can get in a single gram is terrifying.
Yeah, no, and it's definitely the way to go. But the only issue and the only boundary stopping us at the moment is the expense.
Yes.
So to read DNA is much cheaper than it was, and it's getting exponentially cheaper with technologies like nanopore, ion torrent, and stuff things like that coming out. So that the actual accuracy of the read isn't amazing, but because DNA is so small, you can just make multiple copies and read it multiple times, and the error gets smaller and smaller.
And presumably you can put error correction or error detection in there.
Yeah, you wouldn't even know it's happened. It's all automated. But yeah, essentially that's how it works. And it's like just a pore that detects the electronic charge of each of the different letters, and it just reads it.
I watched the video on it. Like, and
Oh my god.
I've got another fact,
go on.
another limitation. So the word hello was encoded, stored, and then decoded, but that took 21 hours to do. And the official statement is, it's not yet commercially viable.
No, it's not.
What?
So also another fact on that, because I know what you're talking about.
That's
It cost £7,000 to do that
My
at
lord.
the time. Yeah, it's much cheaper since then. So in an off-topic piece, in the the NASA space probe that they put out in space in case like aliens find,
Yeah.
they put DNA in a tube into that
Oh, I
spacecraft
did realise that.
that encodes the first 50 seconds of a black and white film.
Yeah, I did realise
Yeah.
that, actually. I thought that was crazy.
So it is
Encodes the
possible.
First 50 seconds of a black and white film.
Yeah, I can't remember which film it is. It's like of a train pulling into a station. But essentially, they basically just did it because they could. They put some other stuff in there as well, but they were just like, "Oh, this is a bit of fun," And it's very interesting the way that we're going. But so the reason why I brought it up is so Microsoft took the first step in being able to actually automate it.
Right.
So without any human input,
Interaction.
they can essentially put into their computer what they want to put in, and it does it for them.
Fantastic.
So they have the whole adding each base pair on one by one.
Yeah.
To then all the way through to reading it without any human interaction. And it's not, if you look at it, I mean, obviously I work in a lab, it's not the most complex setup,
Oh, really?
but it's been done.
Yeah.
It's one of those things, it's been done now. So all you got to do is improve it. It's a starting point,
Yeah, and that's probably the biggest step, isn't it?
Yeah, to get it to that point. And it's going to be interesting to see where it is in like 100 years' time when your electronic components are interacting with essentially your biological components, like your molecular components. So if I don't know how fast it can possibly get. Like the thought of it just blows my mind. But to actually think that you could have like a mini DNA synthesis and reader in your computer one day it's a bit crazy.
Yeah, because there's talk of like a hybrid computer where there is electrical components and there's biological.
Yeah, biological or molecular.
Yeah, components. Running as a hybrid.
Molecular. Yeah.
I think it's really interesting the way it could go.
It is.
It's obviously whether it could go that way. It's still far too expensive.
Yeah.
I mean, to put it into perspective, the only people that are doing this kind of thing at the minute is there's like a company out there that they will generate your Bitcoin key in DNA. So obviously no one can take that and read it. Only you know it.
That's mad.
So you don't have it stored anywhere. It's stored in this tiny little tube of DNA. And then if, as a fail-safe, if you forget the password to your coin, you just send it back to the company and they read it for you.
You know, you brought this up the other night. And I'm kind of ashamed to say it. You brought it up on Discord and we're talking. It was like, this DNA thing. And I was like, that's interesting. I'm sure that'll raise some ethical issues. Honestly, I don't know what was going through my head. You said Microsoft is doing DNA data storage.
Yeah.
I honestly thought, like if you've got a fingerprint scanner on your computer,
I
honestly thought there'd be like a little tub or something that you just put some spit in and then Microsoft harvest it and go, what are we going to do with this? We're going to sell it to
I've
Apple.
got you now.
And I was like, that's not ethical. That's concerning. I don't want to spit on a laptop. So I'm really pleased with what it's actually turned out to be, and I'm thrilled by the results. I think it's very exciting.
I'm glad we're not all spitting on laptops either.
I don't want to spit on my laptop. But this is the point. Is like ethics is obviously a thing, and it's like the general public don't believe that scientists take ethics into account.
Right.
So, as a good example, this is the best phrase that I've heard ever. From someone objecting to genetically modified food. I don't want to eat that because it's got DNA in it.
Okay, that's a funny one.
Like...
hello?
It just made me want to cry.
Yeah, understandable.
Because it's like, literally everything has DNA in it. Like, what do you want? So it's one of those, like, there's a lot of naivety in the public.
Yeah.
And I don't know how this DNA data storage will be perceived because of that, because there's so many people that don't understand it and they're also not willing to understand it.
I mean, there's still people in the world that don't believe science is real.
That's true.
The facts that are turned out by science might not be real. Climate change, for example.
Doesn't exist, mate.
Doesn't exist.
Well, as long as we're all equally believing in that we're living on a nice flat earth, then we're okay, aren't we?
I've heard it's a donut, actually.
Hey, really?
No, I don't know. I've seen a picture of the Earth as a donut. I thought it was majorly interesting and was like, I can get behind that.
That's
looks edible and livable.
Hello.
That didn't take 21 hours.
Didn't it? All $7,000.
Speaking of incredible advances in technology, the first race of Formula One has happened whilst we've been away. That actually, when we did it last time, sounded pretty good when we did all that.
Yeah, I rated that. I can't remember who did it. I think it was George did the noise, and I was like, oh my God.
I was a lonely child.
Oh my God, it sounds like in a Fanta.
I was making silly noises as a child. Yeah, it was mainly lightsabers, swords, and cars. Yeah.
So the first race has happened.
Who's winning on the?
Ryan's
F1.
winning.
I am winning.
Fantasy,
I know.
I think by sheer luck though, because I'm the only person that didn't have someone that crashed out.
Yeah, basically. So Ricardo had a crazy crash on the... well, not really a crash. He went over... He went wide, went on the grass, and there was a path, and he bounced off the access path, like the footpath.
Yep.
Yeah.
Broke his wing. Mercedes are really quick. Ferrari are quite slow. Red Bull have got a great Honda engine.
Apparently their Ferrari speed was due to cooling issues.
Yeah, apparently they've got like...
I didn't realise that.
An incredible power unit. And they're like, yeah, we've got it. But like, actually, we can't run it that much because it will get really hot. We can't run it for a whole race. So it's like, but it is really quick, guys.
Yeah,
we promise.
But apparently that's why Sauber didn't have any problems, but Haas and Ferrari did, because they both have their radiators in the same place.
I was going to say, it was the radiators.
Yeah, so they've obviously got to do some tweaking, especially because the next race is like pretty hot.
But we'll see on the next race, because like Australia is very hard to overtake on. Like it's somewhere in between a street circuit and not a street circuit. But with Bahrain, you know, I mean, as we saw last night, me and Ryan were racing in Bahrain last night, F1 2018. Nice. Yeah, pretty intense. Neither of us weren't we like?
I finished 18th and Miles finished 19th.
So that means you won.
It was shocking.
We're very good at spinning out on like the last lap.
Friends.
Let me tell you what happened. Right? I was going full whack down the straight, right? Vettel's coming up behind me. He's got DRS. I didn't change position at all. And Vettel obviously didn't see me directly in front of him, just rear-ended me. I go crashing into the wall and go off sideways, and I basically ended up cutting the first corner, although I was flying backwards. I then get a penalty from the stewards, or what the game reckons is a penalty, because I overtook someone. It's like I overtook someone because I was flying backwards. I wasn't.
Yeah, the game is not very good at encoding mistakes because I span off the track, and then I was off the track for so long trying to get back on the track that it mistook me for taking a shortcut across the track. So it gave me a 10-second penalty when I already spent 20 seconds off the track trying to get back on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The big story, though, of Formula One at the moment.
Marmont. I said I did that same thing. Marmont. I sounded like I was saying Georgia Mormont. I was like, okay.
Khaleesi. No, that's Khaleesi. Khaleesi, take me back.
Take me back, Khaleesi.
Robotas 2.0.
Version 2.0 hardware and software updates.
Hugely incredible. So Robotas came through and won the race, and at the end of the race on the radio he said, "To whom it may concern, you."
Good man.
And
I think that was to his critics from last year. Anyone posting on his social media, Valtteri, this is James, which I subsequently feel bad about because on the Fantasy F1 I have 3 teams and one of them is called Valtteri, this is James.
Brilliant.
Bottas is my main man driver, and it's also doing the best.
Good man.
But I think it's to his critics, but also got up on the podium afterwards. He did drive a belter, there is absolutely no doubt. But when you're a robot, it's very easy to do that.
And you don't make mistakes.
You don't make mistakes because it's machine learning. AI is getting better all the time. And this was a scary demonstration of AI.
Robotas.
He got up on the podium, but then he exhibited signs of human emotion.
No way.
Mark Webber interviews him and said, "Mate, what did you have for breakfast this morning?"
Star Trek Next Generation.
And he said, "Porridge."
Data.
To which he was replied to by saying, "I wasn't just porridge. What did you put in your porridge?" "Just porridge."
Wow. Not one single Goldilocks reference there.
The other thing is as well, the way that they've improved the hardware is they've put a beard on him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I saw an interesting post about that, actually.
Okay.
So, have you seen Vettel's moustache?
No.
I have. Yes.
Vettel's moustache?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not, I won't say it's the best moustache in the world. Just going to throw it out there. It's a bit, But the theory is, moustache. Bad aero drag.
Yeah.
The beard.
Yeah.
Perfect slipstream.
Yeah. Now, I've got a theory about the beard is because over the...
Miles is the only one with a beard. I'm just putting you all into giving you all context here.
It keeps getting stuck in the microphone this week. Look, like...
Oh, yeah. Can you hear that, guys? That's the sound of beard.
Static. But, so Bottas has got a beard now. The main theory, one that I personally believe, along with Donut Earth, is that over the winter break, Valtteri returned to his log cabin after stopping by Chuck Norris's house. And Chuck Norris gave Valtteri Bottas...
his beard?
No. One hair. Valtteri took it back, put it in a little plant pot, put some Miracle Grow on it, and a little bit of water. And every day it came back to it on the windowsill, spoke to it, put some water on it, grown a full-on beard. And that's how he's got his strength and speed.
I thought he was a robot.
Only probably a bit of both, let's be honest.
Yeah. Is he just a maintenance robot?
Oh yeah, to be honest,
I don't, drives at weekends, plants beards.
He's obviously not fully robot. Come on,
no,
like it's our technology's not there yet, but it's definitely a mix, isn't it? What is it? You're a mixture of half
cyborg.
Cyborg. He's obviously a cyborg. Do you know what I mean? That's obviously where we're at now.
I've heard rumours that he's actually running a DNA data storage system.
Oh right, okay.
That's how he. That's machine learning. Anyway, we'll see how he performs next weekend.
Yeah, that'll be
this weekend.
I think that'll be the it is this weekend. I think that'll be the interesting thing to see. Obviously, you can't judge anything on just the first race.
No.
Or buy a cover of a book. Really?
Yeah.
So I think
if we're talking of this subject.
by the second race, after the second race, I think you can start to kind of place where the teams are in kind of the general ranking order ish.
You can get an idea, can't you? Yeah.
Get an idea, but nothing too mad.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Good circuit. Yeah. See how we go on.
A very good circuit. I actually really like that circuit.
Shall we Vu on to the next beer?
I think we should. I was just about to suggest exactly the same thing.
The next one, it's a
Go on,
cracker, mate. Absolutely cracking. Now,
Is
I
it
don't know if
because
you've
we're
had it.
cracking it open an ice cold can of conversation.
Hero.
What?
I said hero.
This is a personal favourite.
Ooh,
okay.
Hello.
Now, this is
Okay,
one.
I'm actually going to close my eyes until someone passes me.
Just don't pass him.
Is that okay? Is that okay?
Yeah, you want to go into it blind?
I want to go into this blind. I actually do.
Do you want to go into this blind, Ryan?
I kind of do and I kind of don't at the same time because
Okay.
I want to
I'll-
witness
I'll-
George going into it blind.
Okay, let's do it one at a time then.
Okay, I'll honestly close my eyes.
Okay, close your eyes.
Okay. I'm going to look. Oh, man, bit of a burp there. Sorry,
Got a
guys.
can. This one's in a can.
It's in a can.
Gotta
Tap
get a
in the
good
lid.
old tap on there.
Ooh, that is a good sound. That.
Okay, left hand out. Okay, there you go. Now the.
Oh, I tell you what it's. Do you know what it feels like? I generally can't. I can't see it.
You need to keep an eye
He's-
on the microphone as
You
well.
know he's only passed you the bottle
Sorry.
opener, don't you?
Yeah. Pardon?
So you know he's only passed you the bottle opener.
Oh right. No, it's not. There's no bottle opener this cold.
The hole, because I can see this going. You've got a white t-shirt on. Like the hole is where, yeah,
So I
the
can
right
feel
way.
it.
Yeah.
I got
Okay.
me, yeah. Because okay. Ooh. Ooh. No, I was gonna say Abbott then, but it's a little bit too sparkly for that. Did you say you got this from Morrisons?
I got it from A Shop.
Okay. It's not Abbott. It's,
I think this is a hidden gem.
it's very nice.
Okay, well, I'm going to go in for the open here.
My eyes are still closed, by the way, guys.
Yep.
It's the same one.
Ryan, are your eyes closed as well?
No.
Okay. So
Because he saw, like, he kept his open to watch you, but then obviously he's seen the can now. So
okay.
yeah.
Okay. This might be a bit of a. So I'm getting a bit disorientated here. So it's a really smooth can, and I know that sounds a bit weird, but some cans, like when you have like your brew dogs, they're all very like
Yeah.
they try to be different and a little bit.
Oh, look at me! I'm
Yeah,
a brew dog.
Look at me! I've got a texture.
I am original.
Look at me! Yeah, exactly.
New, different,
Yeah.
refreshing.
Clap on, clap off the clapper.
I'm going to be straight in here. I think we should get a rating off George before he opens his eyes.
And then we'll do the grand reveal of what it is.
Oh, I don't.
Give the rating and then I will read the description.
Okay, that sounds good. It's not Newcastle, is it? No, I don't. No, okay.
I don't think you'll guess it. Put it that way.
I don't think I am either. I am going to say. I like this. I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna give it a 7.8.
Oh.
A 7.8. I'm gonna give this. Maybe a 7.9.
Okay, so
I'm
I'll
going
hit
7.8.
I'll hit you up with the description. A premium beer with a delicate sweet caramel flavour and roasted malt aroma.
Malta.
Malt aroma.
Oh, I was like, it's from Malta. Bloody hell.
I didn't say where it's from.
Malta, Roma.
Malta Roma.
So just a bit more information.
Okay, please. Go.
Renowned throughout the world as the original Scottish export beer.
Ooh. Scottish.
I still don't think you'll get it.
Do you
I'll be
believe that,
honest.
Ryan?
Would you believe that it's Scottish?
That it was the
It's
original.
actually not. It's a load
Do
of
you
bull.
think it is as steeped in heritage as it claims to be?
Steeped in heritage.
You know- I'm looking at the date on it.
What colour's the can? Can you tell me that? Is there a colour of the can, or is it just what's going on? Give me some. Do I know the beer?
Looking at the date of it, you're saying 1856.
1850.
Yeah, I'm saying it's got a good claim, but I don't know whether it is.
Yeah.
This is actually really This is really enjoyable.
It's a nice
doing
beer.
this. I'm not gonna lie. It being a surprise, it's quite nice.
I wonder if this should be a feature going forward.
I genuinely, this is quite interesting.
I'll be providing the beers in a fortnight.
All right.
I will get the old duct tape out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to code them obviously to my liking, so I know which beers are which.
Beer A, B, and C.
Yeah, all 1, 2, and 3.
Do you want to open your eyes yet, George?
I do. I don't think I'm going to get it.
Okay, so what we've got here is a McEwan's export.
Oh, hello.
The original Scottish premium
The
beer.
light's getting to me.
Full-bodied, full-flavoured, got a steady 4.5%.
It's very nice. It's very smooth.
It's very nice. Now, £4 for 4 cans. This is about as premium.
£4 for 4
about
cans.
as budget effective
That's
as it gets.
brilliant.
I think the issue is when I
I'm
get
happy
a
with that.
can like this kind of size, I expect typical. Oh, it's a lager.
Trash, yeah.
Lager. Yeah.
And it ain't bad, man. It ain't bad.
It's not a lager, in my opinion. The IPA is more of a lager than this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
This is definitely a beer.
And
It's a beer.
I tell you what, if I'm buying a bunch of craft ale or something, I'll probably normally get 4 of these. Throw it on.
I don't see why not. £4 is a good price.
For sure, man. And it's pleasant. It's not a 10 out of 10. I don't think it's a 9 out of 10, but it's pleasant enough.
I really like it.
So what? Sorry, what did George give it?
I gave it a 7.8.
Do you stick to that now? You know what it is.
Yeah, it's
I think it's the best way to rate it though, because you can't really take it back. You're going straight off the flavour.
something.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
I think it's really tasty. I'm not. Hence it being nearly an 8, because I think an 8 is a very strong drink.
Yeah.
But I'm not giving it an 8 because there's something about it that personally I wouldn't drink loads of them. I like it, but I wouldn't drink loads of them. I know that might sound a little bit.
There's a geezer on the can.
He looks Spanish.
It looks like Captain Morgan.
He looks a little.
It's Captain McEwan's.
Yeah. Is that one of the 3 Musketeers? Let's be honest here.
Do you know what? He's like, so he's got a really smiley face and he's holding up a glass. He literally looks like me the first time I drank this and went, this is good.
Oh my god! I was not expecting a good beer.
I found an economical way to get wasted.
An egg.
Ryan, have you got a 10 rating there?
I do.
Oh.
It's a 100-point rating. Just saying.
It practically is with the decimal points.
It is. It's an 100-point rating. That's
I'm gonna give it a solid 7.
Oh.
Just straight in at 7. I'm gonna try not to go to the halves. I'm gonna try and stick to the 10.
That's
scale.
nice. I like that. That's
Yeah.
that's a confident man. Do you know what I mean? That is
I don't think it's worthy of an 8.
No,
But
that's why
to me it
also-
is more than a 7.
I'm totally with you, and that's why. Even I thought 7.9 was too close to 8. That's why I went down to 7.8.
Fair enough, yeah.
Yeah, I just thought.
I'm going to give it an 8. And
Fair.
not just on the grounds of how it tastes.
But that man on the front is bloody
for it-
sexy.
for its economic value of getting you drunk.
This is a symbol of the modern society. This beer deserves credit for more than just its flavour.
Fair play,
4
fair
cans
enough.
for £4. Hold on. These aren't little cans either.
They're not. They're like nearly pints, I think.
500ml, best part of a pint.
Yeah, best part.
You know
of
what
the
I
pint,
mean? This is for the everyman. Here.
Cheers.
We can't do a very good chink.
Ching,
Chink.
It's because they're cans,
yeah.
aren't
Talking
they?
about the everyman, here's a bit of an off topic and just quickly throw in there. I watched a film called Us at the Everyman Cinema in Birmingham
Yeah.
last Saturday, and it was a good film, very good film. I don't know if you guys have seen it advertised.
Nope.
I
You haven't?
recognise the film title,
Right, okay,
but I
so
can't,
have you
I
guys
can't
heard of a
associate
film?
anything
Have
with
you
it.
guys heard of a film or watched a film called Get Out?
No.
Oh my, okay, so if audience,
Is that another cellophane wrap?
No, it's not. It's on Netflix at the moment, I think. Actually, this film's great. So it's the guy that directed it. I think his name's Jordan Peele, and he has been known for the past 20 years for doing comedy. Basically, this guy gets into horror. And they are the most amazing films because you're watching these thriller/horror films and there's these brilliant, absolutely fantastic bits of comedy throughout. So it kind of, you're on the edge of your seat, but then you just have a giggle. Oh, but honestly, I was watching this film, Us, and it's meant to be a scary film. But I was sitting in the cinema having an absolute laugh. The whole audience would start giggling, and then it's like, oh shit, and then you're back in it. It's brilliant. It's how he works it is brilliant.
So what you're saying is it's like almost a suspense comedy.
It's fantastic. It really is. All I'm going to say is it's on Netflix at the moment, I think, or Amazon, or one of them anyway. But
I practically have them all now. So.
Yeah, I know. It's bloody ridiculous, isn't it? But watch Get Out. If there was one film I would say, if you watched this year, I'd say watch Get Out, because it came out last year, and that was my favourite film of the year it came out. I think it was 2017, actually, not last year. It came out in 2017.
What about The Prestige?
Okay, you don't do this to me. Not now. Not here.
Easy now, right?
Okay,
So just to move this.
So let's move on to the next topic.
There's a film coming out this year in June.
There is
2019. It stars Himish Patel.
Hamish. Is it Hamish?
Himish.
Hamish. Sorry.
I think so.
I know Hamish is definitely a name. I didn't know who Hamish was. That's fair.
Lily James.
Oh, my absolute beauty. If you really know me, you know that.
And the
Lily
best
James
actor of all time
is the most beautiful.
Ed Sheeran.
No.
Well known for his role in Game of Thrones.
Well known for his.
Directed by Danny Boyle, written by Richard Curtis. It's Yesterday, the film Yesterday. And what's the premise of the film?
Miles, Ryan, do you think we should, me and you, because I feel like me and you are kind of on the same
I think me and George are on the same wavelength.
level.
Yeah, you're loving it already. Go on, sell it to me.
I think Miles is on different. So should we let Miles
Sell
talk?
it to me and the dear listener. What is it?
So this, the
I
premise.
want to just give it a quick start
Go
point.
for it. Go.
I think it's a great concept. It's a different take on something that is currently popular.
Yeah.
The whole musical, like, well-known band film. Like, obviously, we've had Bohemian Rhapsody, which is Queen, and we're getting an Elton John one soon. But it's taking a band that's well-loved, but not doing it what is now a typical way. It's a bit different. I'm not going to go fully into the explanation of what kind of film it is. I'm going to leave that to George, but I'm going to say that's why I think it's a good idea, because it's just a bit different, and obviously it's not, the music isn't direct, so it's not throwing the original sound at you. It's kind of taking it a bit different and kind of showing you why they're such good songs, because anyone can sing them and they're still bloody good.
Yeah.
Okay. Good point.
Do you want me to go next, or do you want to?
Yeah, you go next, because
Yeah,
I'll pull you both apart in a minute. Go on. You expose yourself as fools.
Okay. So I'm excited to watch this film. I don't know. I really couldn't tell you if the film's going to be any good. I think
I'm optimistic.
The premise of the film I like. I think we had a very small conversation, didn't we, the other day about it on chat. And my thing was, which I didn't say at the time, I don't think I did, and maybe I did, but this couldn't have been anything else but a film. It couldn't have been a TV show. Why would, it couldn't have been. It had to be a film, because a film is, an hour and a half, 2 hours. But would you really want a TV series of 3 seasons or 5 seasons of hours long? You know what I mean? It could have only been this. The only other thing it could have possibly been was a BBC one-off special. Do you know what I mean?
A couple of parts.
Exactly. Yeah, maybe like a 2-part special or something.
I don't think there's enough drama.
No, I don't.
To have it
so
like that.
I think the film. I don't know how much this film has cost to make. Sorry, I don't think it would have been cheap.
I don't think it would have been on the expensive scale.
No,
either.
neither do I.
The biggest expense would have been licensing the songs,
100%.
the music of the Beatles.
100%. But okay, so the premise of the film, guys, is so there's a singer-songwriter, and he's a struggling singer-songwriter. Where is he? He's in America, isn't he? He's an American. I think so. Anyway.
No, I think he's in the UK.
Is he?
Yeah, I think it's keeping the heritage of the Beatles.
Right, actually, yeah, I think. Sorry. Anyway, all the lights go out and the electric goes out over the entire planet, and from that point onwards, he wakes up.
Well, he gets hit by a car, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does,
and he wakes up in the hospital.
Drag the comb
through
across my head.
And
Dun, 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 dun,
that's not the Beatles. I'm just saying. But you're close to it. It's Paul McCartney.
No, those Beatles.
No, it's not.
That's Day in Life.
That's in what you call. That's what you call it, isn't it? I thought that was that's Wings, isn't it? That's
No, that's Day in Life.
Is it?
Made
Wake
the
up.
bus in seconds.
Oh, yeah, it is.
I'm not going to get into the debate because as
No,
much
sorry,
as I
no,
love
you're
the
right, you're
Beatles,
right, I do
I'm not a
Get
fanatic
out of bed.
fan, so I don't
Through
don't know these things.
Then we got Lennon's part.
Yeah, no. Sorry, I do apologise. Anyway. So he gets his bike up, and then he's sitting at the beach. So a few days go by. I think he's sitting on the beach. He's with the guitar, and he is with his friends on a bench, and he starts singing "Yesterday." So he gets to the end of this song, and a few of his friends kind of like not tear up slightly, but some water definitely comes to their eyes and think, and they say, "When did you write that?"
Yeah, but it's not Coldplay Fix You, is it?
It's not Coldplay Fix You. That was yeah. I thought that was very funny actually.
I'm just gonna say,
that.
for anyone that hasn't, go out and watch the trailer.
Yeah,
because
definitely.
you'll understand
It got me
anything
wrong,
we're
that
referencing now.
So the whole point
It was a good joke.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
a very good joke.
Yep, it was
But the premise basically is the fact that the Beatles never existed. The Beatles never happened. But this one guy still remembers the Beatles and all the songs that they had wrote. So he Googles them, nothing comes up, absolutely nothing. So the film is basically him rewriting and re-releasing all the songs that the Beatles had ever played, and him becoming one of the greatest songwriters of all time. And it's don't get me wrong, the film, I can see it.
It's corny.
Everything. It's corny. I can see it coming. They obviously, like, I mean, personally, you know me. The Beatles is probably one of my favorite bands of all time. They really are. Like, they're up there. So there's definitely a little bit of kind of biasy to it. But
Biasy.
That's a new word. Put that in the dictionary. But you understand what I'm trying to say, anyway. I feel like you're going to try and rip this apart, but I don't think you're gonna be able to, because it's not something that I think.
I'm not going to rate this. Like, this is not a film I'm going to go and watch and be like, that was the best film I've ever
it's
seen.
not. That's not the point.
It's just
I don't think.
it's going to be enjoyable to sit and watch.
And
this.
I think people are going to go see it. I think a lot of people are going to go see it because it's the Beatles.
Okay, are you ready for my argument?
I'm excited.
Okay.
I'm excited.
I'm going to preface this. I mean, you guys know. Our listeners may not know. I'm not a traditional fan of musicals. However, Mamma Mia, bloody brilliant. Mamma Mia 2, it was a trash fest. It was wicked. It was
amazing.
So good. Other than Cher's bit, but
and Lily James again, the beautiful lady.
yes.
Oh my
yes, indeed.
god.
I'm in disagreement here. I don't like Mamma Mia. I love the music. Hate the film.
Whoa.
Dude,
Hate
have
the
you watched
film.
the second one?
I've not watched the second one
Okay.
because I didn't like the first one.
No, I think you should probably just watch the
Weird.
second one.
It's a bit of a weird concept though. It's kind of like my mom's a whore. I don't know who my dad is.
Whoa.
It's basically it, right?
Whoa.
Yeah. You hit the nail on the head, to be fair.
You know, it's just a very poor plot, but it's got good music. I'll give it that. You know, like that's about it. It's got all this going
I
for
don't
it
want to
there.
go down this tangential route, but Colin Firth, Piers Brosnan, and the other one, good-looking guys. And if you watch Mamma Mia, have you watched Mamma Mia too?
No.
Well, they were good-looking back in the day.
And what's her name? The old lady. The old
thing
lady,
is-
she's brilliant as well, isn't
No,
it?
look.
Good actors can't make a
sorry.
bad film
I
good.
don't remember her name.
No, I'm not saying
Is it
that. I'm
Judi
saying
Dench?
the
No,
story.
Judi Dench? Not Judi Dench.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yes. Oh.
I don't.
I made a mistake the other day with Julie
Walters.
Walters.
And God knows.
Judi Dench.
Anyway, so yeah, brilliant.
Okay, let's get back on
brilliant
topic with
cast.
the Beatles.
Yesterday,
Miles, where were you going?
James.
I'm going to preface it. I like this sort of thing. I love Bohemian Rhapsody. Saw it twice within like one weekend. Wicked. And absolutely love the Beatles.
I'd like to bring that up at some point.
Definitely, but this movie looks like trash. This looks like a media project, and not even like a second level of A level. This looks like AS level.
No.
Tat.
No.
Hold on, hear me out. Hear me out.
It doesn't look like tat.
I've listened to you guys sell it to me now. Hear me out. I'm going to ruin it, right? Cool concept, right?
It's
like
a very cool concept.
For like maybe a 10-minute YouTube sketch.
Yeah, fair.
Maybe just that. Because like, I've seen it in the trailer. Okay, the world's changed and no one knows the Beatles songs, but I remember the Beatles songs. Here's Yesterday. It's like, wow, like, he's writing the best songs on the planet. The end.
Oh,
what else are you going to do with it? He wrote Yesterday. It's great tune. And it's like, here's another one. This is Help. He did it again. Great. I know that song because it's a Beatles song. But he wrote it in the film. That's crazy. That is. This is a Hard Day's Night. And again, it's a Beatles song, but he wrote it because they don't know in the film. They don't know in the film. They don't know any better. Great.
Miles.
Yeah, I think you're missing the point of the film.
What's the point in the film then?
Miles.
It's just entertainment.
But
it's not.
It sounds tat. I've seen everything I need to see in the trailer.
Miles, I'm gonna say this. I agree with you. But I want to see it.
Exactly. It's not
Oh,
one
I
of
wanna
those
see
films
it.
you go
I
away and feel intellectually pleased because you
Totally.
watched it and understood the story.
Totally agree
I don't
with
want to
you.
be intellectually pleased with me. I love Mamma Mia too.
I think
Yeah.
Mamma Mia 2 is going to be better than this. I'm not trying to say that at all.
Alright.
I'm not saying it's going to be a great film. I don't think it'd be worth me going to the cinemas to see it. I think I'll probably watch it when it comes out.
Oh no, it's not. It's not one of those films where it's like gotta
No,
listen to it on an
100% no,
amazing
it's
sound
not like
system.
that.
It's just I think it's just going to be a
I'd
generally
definitely like to watch it at
entertaining
some
film.
point. That's it.
I'm surprised Danny Boyle and Richard Curtis are behind it, to be honest.
I mean, Danny Boyle. Let's be honest, renowned.
Renowned.
The
thing is, like, although you say it's a repetitive, it's repetitive, and it's going to be same old release song. Oh my god, never heard it. You don't know what the story is going to be in between that.
I think the only thing that they could do to, like, okay, feature film. This is going to be a feature film, right?
Babe, Lily Allen's in it. I mean, not Lily Allen.
I don't
Lily
think it
James.
is though.
Is it not?
I think it's going to be a hit at the cinema, but I don't think they're pushing it. They're not pushing it like, oh my god, you've got to see this.
I think the only thing that they could do is they can make maybe like a cheap joke that they do Octopus's Garden, Ringo's song, one of Ringo's songs,
In the sea.
and they go, that wasn't very good.
Oh, that'd be funny.
And they
you
probably
go.
Oh,
And they probably will.
One of the funniest moments, actually, in the past 10 years is Family Guy when they're like, when the Ringo bit.
Guys, I wrote a song.
Oh, brilliant, Ringo. I'm going to put it on the fridge
Right.
for everybody to see. Well, I can't remember what it is. That's probably not even it. But that is just, it was genius, that bit of Family Guy.
I've got a plan, right? When this comes out, we'll go and see it, and then we'll come back and we'll podcast straight away.
I think that sounds
and
good.
we'll whinge because we're all disappointed because it didn't turn out to be that good.
Or I
Okay.
bet you're like, you know what, kind of liked it. Me and Rob were like,
that was
alright."
shit.
It was like so.
Miles is like,
far.
that's the best film of all
You're
time.
right. Nah, guys, it was so much better than I
I've
thought
just
it was gonna
realised
be.
the Beatles were crap compared to the film versions.
Actually, I think we should. I've got Hard Day's Night on Blu-ray.
Yeah.
I've got the one that we went to go watch.
8 days a week.
8 days a week. Got
Yeah.
that on Blu-ray, and then
Can I borrow that?
yeah. And then the only one I haven't got on Blu-ray is A Hard Day's Night.
Wait.
You just said you had that on Blu-ray.
Help.
No, A Hard Day's Night.
I thought you just said you had Hard Days Not on Blu-ray.
No, I don't. That we didn't see that. Sorry, what did we go see? 8 days a week.
8 days a week, yeah.
Yeah, 8 days a week. Hard Day's Night is the one that I haven't got.
Oh, okay.
We never saw Hard Day's Night.
Yeah, but you just said you had it on Blu-ray.
Yeah, I know.
No, but we weren't around. They released it in the 60s, didn't they? Eight
What?
Days a Week is the biopic that Ron Howard did.
Yeah. I haven't finished mine yet.
Yeah, I ain't finished mine.
I will get there though. Yeah, sorry. 8 days a week is what we went to go see, isn't it, at the cinema at the Electric. Yes. But sorry, that I own that on Blu-ray, which has got extra things in it, you know,
Right, okay.
than what we saw and at the cinema. And Help is one of my favourite films.
Very funny.
It's hilarious. You definitely. Oh, you can.
Is
just have
Help the
both
one
of them.
with Paul's granddad?
No, that's Hard Day's Night.
Hard Day's with Paul.
Hard Day's Night. That's brilliant.
Just some of the one line. Have you seen it?
No, I haven't.
The original Beatles films. There's like there's the one with Paul's granddad, and it's like
It's very clean, man, isn't he?
there's just like he just follows him round, disapproving of everything that the Beatles do, even though they're the biggest band on the planet at this
Reading
point.
books.
Yeah, he's Irish granddad, isn't he?
Reading
That
books.
sounds like a typical granddad mixed with an Irish person.
Oh, it's not Irish. I was just trying to do a Liverpool accent.
Oh, it's
He
terrible.
is Irish though,
Is
isn't
he?
he?
No, I think he's just from Liverpool. He says books. Gosh, I'm sorry. I keep going Irish. I was saying books. Yeah, books. I'm pretty sure it's Merseyside, Liverpoolian. Maybe I'm wrong. He's from Liverpool. They're all from Liverpool. That's going Irish again. I just can't do a Liverpool accent.
Speaking of, this is tricky. I can't do the segue because I was going to do the segue.
Jump in, man.
No, but now we spoke about 8 days a week. I don't want to slag them off. So if we're just tying up the end of the yesterday conversation, talking about the yesterday film, talking about terrible things, leaving Neverland.
Okay, so I'm out of this conversation at the moment. I haven't watched it. Channel 4. I thought it was on Netflix.
Two parts. I think it's HBO and it's licensed to 4 in the UK. 2 parts with two gentlemen who were involved one way or another from a young age with Michael Jackson. They're now grown men in their 20s and 30s with wives and kids.
Yeah.
And it's a documentary looking at their story.
Yeah.
You've watched it, Ryan?
I have watched it. I didn't realize that you'd watched it, and you'd kind of put it as a topic for a potential discussion.
Yeah.
And I just kind of went away and watched it because I thought that could be an interesting watch. And I'm not going to lie, I'm kind of a bit traumatized by it. It was a very whoa experience.
So am I right in thinking you believe Michael Jackson is innocent and still the king of pop?
I've never believed that. And then after watching the documentary, it's just kind of like,
Fucking hell.
yeah. I'm sorry, you don't get that many people coming up with such similar stories independently.
I've got a bit. I haven't watched what you guys have watched, but I have always been in. Within my mind,
Yeah.
I think he is an amazing artist.
Yeah, don't get me wrong, he's an amazing musical talent.
Yeah,
and no one can ever take that away from him.
I think my.
But he is a weirdo.
Yeah, I think that I'd never had any reserves that he wasn't weird, and he definitely didn't have any issues.
See,
so it never surprised me. It never weirded me out. And I know this sounds like, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying it's not wrong. I'm just saying it never surprised me, and it never, because I feel like I've been, since being a young teenager, I feel like it's been thrown in my face that he was always into kids.
But I think this is our age, right? Because we were all born 1993. We're all mid-20s now. So when we were teenagers, that was when he was going through those trials. Macaulay Culkin was coming up and claiming his innocence and Michael Jackson's innocence. We saw all the trials. We weren't around in the 80s like these guys were. And Thriller is coming out, and Billie Jean, and all these amazing, like, polarizing music videos, and incredible, like, he literally in the 80s peak so hard.
Yeah.
Incredible shit like you've never seen before. Like, it was a spectacle, and like,
Yeah, I grew up with Scary Movie saying, with a fake version of him saying, "Come on, kiddies."
yes,
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
we had all
that's
that.
what I was.
Well, that's the thing, because
I saw that, and growing up, I did. I'm not saying I took it very literal at the time, but it's always been in my head. I never didn't.
Yeah.
I always thought, well, you know. But I think I tell you what. I think someone said to me once. It was just like, well, you know what? He never really grew up, and he didn't. I think he'd always been. You know, when he got famous, he was very, very young in Jackson 5, and I think like McCulkin or whatever his. Very strange things happen to very famous kids when they're very young. they grew up in a very strange,
not saying it
and
didn't.
different environment. I'm not saying that helped or didn't help, or it may have been weird, whatever.
It
Probably
didn't help
Yeah.
because I guess in his mind that's probably why he mostly wanted to associate with children, because
he missed all that time as well.
I feel like
it's not something he
his
thinks
mental
about.
capacity was in that place.
Yeah.
Like he wanted
Yeah.
to kind of like have fun as a kid.
Yeah.
But then also he had probably
I think he missed
the,
those-
the urges of an adult which shouldn't have been there as a kid.
Well, look, like
Yeah.
hormones are a crazy fucking thing.
Yeah.
There's a theory that he's a castrator, but I think that's probably.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is very strange, and like it's.
I think the thing is though, like, I know it's getting a bit serious here, but like I think the subject itself is so huge and so massive because it's such a diverse thing for a lot of people, but obviously not just Michael Jackson because the amount of famous people that have went through all these issues is just huge.
Yeah, but no one like Michael Jackson. I mean, I think you should really watch.
Yeah,
Leaving
no.
Yeah,
Neverland. It will
the
widen.
The only reason I haven't watched it, and to be fair, I was with my girlfriend the other day, and she was saying, "Oh, should we watch it?" Da, da, da. I was just wasn't in the.
Snuggle up on the sofa. Should we watch it? Oh,
Let's-
nice.
Well, this is what I mean.
I'll be
This
honest,
is what-
you won't
this
be
is-
snuggling
Oh
afterwards.
no! Well, this
Get away from me.
this is what I mean. I was just like, I watched all that Madeline McCann stuff. I don't know if you watched that on.
I haven't watched it
Netflix.
yet, but it's
Yeah.
there to be watched. You know?
Yeah.
Well, that's. I mean, I don't know if we'll have this conversation. I don't know if you guys are going to watch it before next week, but maybe it's conversation for next.
I think that's a good
podcast.
idea. Yeah, Maddie McCann review.
Because I've
yeah.
got a lot of stuff to say about that.
Yeah.
Which should take up at least 40 minutes.
I've got a lot to say. I ain't even watched it yet.
Yeah, exactly. No, fair enough. But basically, yeah, I didn't want to watch it because I just thought, I've always kind of thought he was probably a pedo, and why do I need to do? What's changing? What's changing my subject? Unless it was the opposite around, saying,
Well, no. I mean, this is evidence.
Yeah.
Like Ryan, like you've watched it.
I have, yeah.
You watched the blokes,
I did.
the guys. They testified in court under oath that Michael Jackson was innocent when they were in their 20s.
I think earlier and in their
Teens.
20s. Yeah, I think the
20s,
one guy
right.
got basically called to stand as a kid
Yeah.
because
Right.
he was chosen out of all of the kids to be the most believable.
But
And from his story, like the defending lawyer for Michael Jackson essentially treated him as if he were he acted as a prosecutor and made sure that he wasn't going to slip up.
they trained him before
They
court.
basically trained them before court
This
and made
is what you'll
sure
be
that they
asked.
weren't going to spill the beans, basically.
yeah.
But then, again, the same guy from a younger age was basically summoned to court later on for another case, and under oath again said Michael Jackson did not do anything.
See, that's the first thing that's fucking disturbing. Is it like? But I don't get it. But when you're saying about he never had the childhood, I get that part of it. Like I believe that if you're thrusted into the spotlight with the hits that the Jackson 5 had in the 60s, you didn't have a childhood, right? Not excusing it, but you can maybe get an insight into how the mentality grew.
Yeah. It's not something
But
that
then
happens overnight.
there's a
this thing is grown in someone, surely.
Yeah,
Well,
but
I don't know this.
The
but
problem
that's
is
how I
that there's
feel
a
like
team
it
of
is.
people around him that have got hold of subjects within court
Yeah.
who obviously know what's happening. They work for Michael Jackson and they said, right,
Okay.
where did he touch you? Nowhere.
Here, and here.
Nowhere. No.
Nowhere.
No, he didn't touch you anywhere, mate. Nowhere.
Yeah, but that's the thing with these guys in the program. It's taken them essentially until their 30s to even come around with the idea that they can accept it themselves that it happened.
Both of them had kids, and it was when they
It
had
was
their
when
own kids.
it was when they had their own kids, and they were like, "Oh my god, what if this happened to my kid?"
Yeah.
That they realized, like, actually, this is wrong.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because they were so young,
Jesus
they didn't
Christ.
realize that it was such a problem. Because it was drilled into them, like, they loved Michael Jackson so much that they couldn't do anything to hurt him, even if it meant lying in court.
And the thing is, I think back to when I was 7, I didn't have a clue. And like we all have idols when we're 6 or 7 or 8. Like,
if your idol tells you that this is normal, this is right, you're gonna believe them.
The biggest pop star on the planet,
Because you're such, I don't think you're a super fan essentially. Like you idolize this person more than anything else in the world. So if they say something, you're just gonna take it on merit.
Yeah. Well, however your age, whatever your parents say to you, do you know what I mean? When someone, like, don't get me wrong, like everyone looks as everyone puts their parents in a good light. Do you know what I mean? Everyone does. Well, everyone tries to do anyway, you know. But there's always something else that takes over a child's mind, or even, I'm sorry, but even, I know, you know, we're a lot older and a little more mature now, but there's even things now at my age, you know, I can tell when something else takes hold of my, not just imagination, but kind of, I'm going to prioritize this now over something else. And you don't put as much thought into whatever else it was you were thinking about. Does that make sense? Not in regards to that kind of thing. I'm just in general.
Yeah, hold on. In regards, like, how in relation to Michael Jackson?
No, what I'm trying to say is,
I don't understand.
Sorry,
I'm a bit confused as well.
all I'm trying to say is, there's in general, kind of in life, some things you prioritize, don't you? And things that you prioritize before get pushed to the back burner, or that kind of thing. And all I'm trying to explain is that as a child, however old you are, it's the same kind of thing. When something else comes into view, you put your heart and soul into that one thing for however long. And if you love that thing, or you like a star or a famous person, then that takes control.
I've still got no idea what the hell you're on about.
Does that not make sense?
I think what you're trying to say, I'm not 100%, is that as a child, it's easy to idolize someone and devote all of your attention to said person.
But what I'm trying to say is...
And then that topic can change quickly.
Yeah,
sometimes,
but what I'm trying to say is surely you guys must kind of latch onto things now and again and kind of find an addiction to something small or whatever, and you put your effort on, you put your kind of...
Cake! I love a good piece of cake, mate.
That's understandable. But do you not understand?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Do you not understand that? Like, it's one of those things that I feel like a lot of people go through, and it's just like, well, you know, I should be doing this, and I think it's the same thing, but we've just got older, and it's your things change and your priorities change, and I think when you're younger. But when you're younger, the attention you get from people is so strong that it's whoever that person is, then it really latches onto you.
Mate, I'm lost. I'm moving on.
Fair enough.
We've got a really important topic next.
Do it.
Now,
God knows.
I think this is an occasion we need to spin the wheel on this. Well, hold on.
Are we ready for beer number 3?
Holy shit, yes. I'm going way ahead of myself. But the next topic is huge. Or it might be huge.
Possibly.
Or it might be a huge disappointment.
Well, I'm just seeing the time on our recorder, and I'm like, oh, it's fucking time for beer number 3.
Yeah, it sure is, isn't it? Hour and 23 minutes in.
I'm a thirsty boy.
Yeah.
I'm a thirsty boy.
Right. Now, the whole evening so far has been budget-based.
This is your premium craft ale.
This is the premium craft ale. Do you want to close your eyes?
Yeah, go on.
All right.
All right.
Tell me, just tell me when, because I don't like closing my eyes unnecessarily.
Okay.
It's for sleeping and sleeping only.
That is a weird thing to say.
I don't know. It's just the suspense. It just kills me.
All right, close your eyes.
I'm closing mine as well.
Do you want me to open it, or do you want to open it?
No, I can.
Yeah, I'll manage.
Oh, okay.
Stubby cans.
I'm already feeling the quality. I don't know what it is, but
that's a lie.
It was in the click. It's a thicker shit. Oh, I mean, it smells great. It smells. Are we saying this?
I think I may have just hit the microphone with the beer can.
Do you want me to read you some words on the side?
Has this
Yeah,
got a
please do.
defender on it?
Nope.
Shame.
Pale, golden, big hitting. Ouija West Coast IPA. Mango and passion fruit and citrus honey and bitter finish and hoppy endings.
It's not easy peel, or whatever it's called. Peel, easy. There's no defender on it.
It's
Swear there's a
nice.
defender on it.
It's just I can tell it's a nice beer, but it's not my cup of tea.
This is my cup of tea. I quite like this.
Holy shit! It's from Scotland.
Ah,
It's from Scotland. I you know what? I didn't even look at the name of it in the shop. I saw the cans.
Wait, have I had this before?
Don't think so. Well, you might have done.
Wait, where's it from?
Scotland.
No, what shop?
The shop.
What shop did you purchase this from?
From the shop.
From Morrisons.
Morrisons.
It's got little green bits on it.
Yeah, kinda.
Is it? Sorry, didn't mean to hit you.
You can definitely taste all like the fruits in it.
I don't know.
Like, it's just a very strange mix for me.
I kind of like envisioning the can in my head. Have they got another can or another two cans? And there's one with like a
For the context of the listener,
purple
we
green
George and Ryan have still both got their eyes closed.
I think I'm ready for a rating.
Oh my lord! I like doing this. I like the eyes closed method. God.
It's really enjoyable doing this. I've got to admit.
Yeah. So are you both liking it?
Yeah,
I'm-
it's enjoyable. It's just it's one of them that I go to a pub, I order a pint, go, that was tasty, quite different. Gonna move on to something else. I wouldn't call this a session beer.
Okay, and you're liking it, George? Yeah.
I'm really liking it. I think what you've said there, Ryan, isn't, well, in my eyes anyway, isn't incorrect. But having an entire pint of this, I think I'd be okay. But the cans that we've got, they're kind of like the 330ml cans. I'd happily drink 4 of these.
Now this is a 7% beer.
Is it?
This is a 7%.
Yeah, I can tell.
Put your can down. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Sometimes taste strength equates.
Big old
quality.
citrus on this.
Yeah.
Personally,
Yeah.
orangey.
I wouldn't say it's that citrusy.
I think there's a lot of orange going on.
Very fruity vibe.
Yeah, I think it's just generally fruity.
George, have you got an out of 10 there?
8.8.
Gee.
I really like this.
All right.
And I mean, did you say this was one of the dearer?
Yeah, this is most expensive.
I mean, fair enough, but I do really like this one, and yeah, I think I might try and purchase this.
Ron?
Solid 7.5.
Do you want to open your eyes?
Yeah, go on.
So what
Yes!
we've got a Crossing the Rubicon India Pale Ale.
Yeah, I've seen this.
Bloody love Rubicon. Just going to throw that out there.
Love Rubicon. This is from the Drygate Brewing Company of Glasgow, Scotland.
Yeah, I didn't realise that, but I have seen this can before.
Comes in 330ml. Great looking can. We've got kind of like the colour of Monzo card, sort of a pinky orangey hue with green bits on it.
I love
Very
the
interesting.
artwork.
There's a
I've got to
duck on
say,
it.
it's very strange, but it's.
Why is it? It's like Greek figures. There's a duck. There's an eagle.
I mean, it's a bit of a mix of everything because there's a dragon in there with a mask, and it's they're just trying to mix
It's
culture.
kind of like Roman theme, to be honest.
They're trying to put culture in culture.
Lord knows. Yeah. I'd give it like a 7.5. I think it's tasty.
It's tasty, but it's a one-off for me. I wouldn't walk back into the shop and go, "Gonna pick myself one of them."
No, like it's
But-
quite nice to buy them, isn't it? Like,
With you.
Okay,
we've got a big topic.
we have got a big topic.
Huge.
I don't know whether we're thinking about the same topic or not.
No, I am because you. Yeah.
You're motioning a steering wheel there.
Yeah, I think we're thinking about the same topic.
Okay, I think we need to spin the wheel and ask the question: has George got a car? That was a crap spinning wheel. I think the clicks came in too late.
George, have you got a car? Yeah.
We did it way better last episode.
Yeah, we did. Anyway,
I can't remember what it sounded like last episode.
there's a large, huge percentage that I do own a car. Yeah.
You could just say yes.
Yes.
You own a car?
It's not on my drive or anything yet, but yes,
Have you brought it?
in a way. No, I haven't.
Who are you buying it from?
Oh, it was free.
So you,
So you stole it?
No. It was given to me for. It's being given to me for free.
this is vague, so it hasn't happened yet.
No, it hasn't been given to me. It's not on my driveway or anything, but they have said if I want the car, I can have it.
That doesn't sound like something you should say no to.
No, I'm not gonna say no to it.
What's the premise of this?
It's so okay. Yeah, here you go. This is why I thought it was a good story. So all it is I was in Sutton Park on Sunday.
Some geezer comes up to me, right? Says,
no,
Do you want a car?
do you want a car? And I was like, well, I don't mind if I do, actually. No.
I was with my girlfriend and her family. We were having a bit of brunch,
Picnic.
and her dad works. Well, he primarily works on MGs. He's got a what you call it, shop and sells parts and all that kind of stuff. And anyway, he's got a Ford Fiesta 2002 or 4 Z-Tech, and he was like, "Do you want it?" And I was like, "Yeah, okay." And he was like, "Yeah, you can have it, mate." I was like, "Sal?" And that was it.
What colour?
Navy blue, I think.
Navy blue.
Yeah.
2002. I can't remember what shape that is. It's like the skinny looking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's a Z-Tech, which was the what you call it. He said he did say he was just like, mate. I think it was like it's a full. He was like it's 1.4, I think, but he was like or 1.2. But he
Mate, you may as well take it for free and pay the extra on the insurance.
but
Yeah.
But he was like, mate. He said even if it was 1.2, which is fine anyway, whatever the insurance is. He was like, it's fast, and he was like, he doesn't know. He was like, he doesn't understand why. You know, he's a big car nut. He was like, he doesn't understand why, but if you put your foot down this thing, it just goes.
All of them are? It's the lack of weight.
Yeah, weight to engine size is a big thing.
So cool. Like cars of that era.
Yeah.
Like, do you remember
Especially that Ford Fiesta, actually, because they're so bloody skinny.
Yeah.
Like, they are quite a thin car. They've just got so little to them.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So he said he was like, to be honest, I think you know the space on his yard that he's got. I think the space is probably a little bit more valuable than the car, if that makes sense.
Big question.
Yeah.
You got aux lead.
Don't know, but I could probably fit one in.
Has it got radio?
Yeah.
First question. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's got
yeah.
radio.
So we can change said radio for one with an aux connection.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, so it needs aux lead, and then you can have Bluetooth aux lead adapter in
100%.
there.
Mars, got a question for you here.
He wants to strip your radio out your Corsa.
What's going on with your sub? You still got that sub? What's it doing? Is it doing anything at the moment?
It's not going in your car, mate.
Oh,
It's in my secondary vehicle.
your secondary vehicle,
My auxiliary vehicle.
You don't use it.
Look, just because it's declared off the road.
I'll pay. I'm not looking for a freebie.
Look, the reason why it's out front at the moment might have a plan. That's all I'm saying.
Are we allowed to know the plan?
No,
Junkyard challenge.
Junkie.
Wait,
Scrappy challenge. Sorry.
Shut the fuck up.
I've got a plan for your car. Don't worry.
Careful. Go on.
I'm not going to tell you right now.
You got a plan for my car?
Yeah, I've got a plan for your car.
Yeah, it's 2 weeks time. Me and Ron were having this conversation actually while we were sitting in the car. We're just like, We can't really talk about anything anymore, can we? Because we have to bring it up in conversation in the podcast.
Yeah.
So we always just like, actually, you know what? I'll just bring this up in the podcast. It's like, okay, don't talk to me.
It's a strange thing. Yeah, it's like
Go
you'll be
away.
having a nice conversation. Actually, this is prime podcast material.
Yeah, actually.
Just stop wasting emotions on this.
Yeah.
Stop thinking.
There's been a bit, I'm a bit unhappy actually at the moment, and I think there's a big issue, and I think you both really know deep down there's a big problem.
What's the big problem?
When was the last time we went to the pub? All three of us. It's been a while.
We went to the pub on Saturday.
Yeah, but all three of us.
I like the pub.
Yeah, I like the pub.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's been too long.
We all three of us haven't been to the pub. Who else went to the pub anyway?
And you know what the worst thing is? I can't do next Thursday.
That's okay. I can do Tuesday. Oh, I can do
another day.
I can do another
tell you
day.
what, Tuesday might be a possibility. Irish Ben's coming over.
I don't think I can. I've got a bit of a thing to tell you as well, haven't I? I've
George has got a job.
got a bit of a
You
job.
got a job?
Yeah,
That's an update.
it is a bit.
Do you
of
wanna
a-
Car
do-
and a job. This man's getting a life. Come on, spit it.
I am trying to pull it together.
Who
to be
are
fair,
you?
guys? I do apologise. Like,
Pull the mask off him. Who are you?
I haven't been myself the past 5 months. To be fair, I'm trying to pull it back around.
Can I
at the
just
moment.
get an excuse for a toilet break?
I need a piss as well. Ryan, do you mind talking to yourself for the
Yeah.
for the next? Yeah.
No.
I mean, where are we? What's going on? Tell you what. What is the time? Ooh, it's 10:15. To be fair, it's 10:15. To be fair, but no.
Yeah, so just give us a quick description of what you're doing there.
So basically, I'm just doing some landscaping. It's just 3 days a week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It's as a guy. So the reason why I couldn't come to the pub is because I'm actually going to be in the Sutton area, living with my girlfriend on Sundays, Mondays, Tuesdays, and
I see. So the job is kind of over there.
yeah.
And
so
you're using hers to crash.
exactly
And then
on
you
those 3 nights, and then I'll be working there. But it's just something while I I can't hack not doing anything.
So how did you find that job? Like,
My friend
through a friend.
Yeah, a friend through a friend, basically.
That's cool, though, man. At least you've got something to do.
There was no CV thing. It was just like I was like,
A bit
yeah,
of manual labor, just move
yeah,
this to move that, blah blah blah.
It's really nothing difficult or anything, but it was just something to tick along and get a little bit of extra money in each month. Do you know what I mean?
So what's your current job? What are you working on?
At the moment, I'm trying to put together a street food company.
No, I mean like in the landscaping.
In the landscape.
Yeah, well, what do you do making?
Well, at the moment, it's gonna be the guy that we're working for at the moment owns a large amount of like real estate basically in that area, and it's like looking after those particular gardens, and we're changing them around, and he's having a big. Now it's getting to those kind of months, those summer months. We're having that kind of. It's getting a lot busier, so he's got there's extra people in via me, but no, yeah.
I do think that doing a beer-based podcast it's like a good idea if we're all like sat on commodes.
Yeah, sitting in the toilet.
I think you just need to stop being a baby bladder.
This has always been my problem from day one. I'm getting better.
I'll be honest, I haven't drank all of my beer because obviously I drive home, so I wouldn't want to upset the police.
I think we need to do like if you're saying that George's got a car,
Yeah, George can come pick me up.
he can pick you up, bring you to the OMPC underground bunker, and that's when we get like the 8% in,
Oh yeah, but then you'd never shut me up, which is a massive
which
issue.
is great. And then on the way home, you can chunder in George's Heather Grey Fiesta,
Lovely.
and that's a right plan and a half. So
when George gets back, I feel like we should go to the 3 corners of our triangle-shaped
I'd say,
OMPC
well,
bunker.
there's a few more this week. I've got a quick announcement before an announcement.
Is this the announcement I'm thinking of? The guest delicious.
The guest, and I think George has got an announcement or something to live showcase to us.
Okay.
I think that picture he showed us earlier was something of substance that we need to. I think
Is it not savable?
Savable.
Yeah, we can put that in the storage corner of the OMPC bunker, ready for a nice debate.
No.
Opening a cold one in a fortnight's time.
Okay. All right. Okay. I think one thing we need to do before we finish up today, we need to get a BTS photo of us recording. You know, we need to flesh out our social media pages.
We do. I was actually going to bring that up. We need a cover photo because it's terrible at the moment.
Well,
and I don't really want to post anything until we've got rid of our Comic Sans as well.
Yeah,
that's coming.
I mean, what do we do about this?
I would like to, if you guys are okay with that. I mean, I'm not saying that we can't. Not all.
Can we do a photo now? Can we get in it? Oh, look at that! It's
the boy in pink.
Hold on. How do we do it? Oh, maybe I'll do it. Do it landscape.
There we go. You go full landscape, mate.
All right, here we go. There's a photo. Now, the thing is, I'm taking these photos now, which is terrible radio.
It's great radio. You should listen to the silence.
Listen to the silence. Now, one thing you can do is you'll be able to go onto our social media platforms
and possibly see these. If I
George, can you get in the other side of this one with your face, with your other face? And what you can do is you can go on. You can see the photos that we're taking right this moment. Podcast. So, I've got a big announcement.
Okay, hit us up.
And this announcement is for everyone who's gone on all our social medias. We're everywhere at the moment, aren't we? We're pretty much everywhere.
Yeah, minus Instagram because they are dicks.
Instagram, don't want to be on there anyway. Don't want anything to do with them. But if you've liked our photo that we've just taken and uploaded, this bit of information is for you. I have confirmed the first live guest for the podcast.
Dun dun dun.
whoop whoop.
Okay, are you going to elaborate?
I know. I'm excited.
The grand reveal confirmed for episode 10, or maybe sooner, depending on when we want to do it. You know. But for a special episode, Beardy Ben has confirmed his interest. He wants to be on the podcast.
Yes.
I'm glad about this. He's got a good appetite for debate.
Yes, he's heard the first 2 episodes. He's gone, I can get behind this.
I like it.
He loves
it.
Although he wants to play the role of young Jamie in Joe Rogan, which is...
Does he actually?
He wants to
I like that.
have 15 seconds of talk within like a 2-hour chat that is just fact-checking. But I think we can get more out of him than that. I think he's got
he needs to have more responsibility than the fact checker.
I mean, the guy's got a lot more...
Fact checker? Did I just say that? Did I do another one like cock cutter?
Like, the guy's got a shitload more to say than just fact-checking.
Oh,
He's got some interesting things.
I think it's hard to just sit there and not talk. I think that's the trick.
Maybe that's the challenge. He's got 15 seconds throughout the whole 2-hour episode.
Are we ready to head into the corners of the OMPC bunker?
Yeah, okay, yes. Let's head over into one very bright, delicious corner. We're going to go for a Ryan wedding update. He's getting married, he's getting married. Ryan's getting married. Hey, Ryan! Give us a wedding update. Ryan's getting married and he's gonna give us a wedding update. Ryan, give us a wedding update.
Okay, so we booked a couple more things this week.
Yeah.
Well, in the past 2 weeks. And it's not what we booked that is the relevant topic here. It's the fact that we were kind of trying to tally up what we'd spent so far, essentially, and we realised
that sounds anxiety-ridden.
We'd lost all the paperwork.
Oh,
we lost all of the paperwork for the wedding, and I have never seen so many drawers so empty so quickly in my life. It was insane. There was stuff everywhere. We were panicking. We were shouting at each other like, "Where did you put it?" It's like, "I don't know. Where did you put it?" It was panic mode central 101. You know, like full alert, bomb shelters down. Where is the paperwork? It was just in a normal folder on the shelf that we just didn't check first time round. Yeah, but yeah, that's the wedding update. Make sure you keep a good record of where the hell you keep shit.
The takeaway is organisation is important.
Organisation is important. Turns out we were so organised that we forgot where we put the paperwork the first time round.
I think that's a good life lesson.
Yeah,
That's a good. That's a good.
so
update.
when you can get on that level, you know you've got what it takes to get married.
That's a good update. Thank you very much.
No problem.
What a fucking prick.
I don't know what George is doing, but we're gonna head over to that corner for a.
Are we going
Which
to
corner?
Are we going to give him the time? Should we just cut off the mic and we'll have a conversation?
Yeah, I think that's probably the best
All
idea.
right.
To be honest.
Of course.
Let's do a. Should we do a Miles relationship update?
Yeah, let's do a Miles relationship update.
I can change the jingle. I'll just dub the jingle.
Miles relationship up. Miles.
That'd be
Yeah, I
really
like
funny,
it.
actually.
Okay.
Have you got a relationship update?
It's always so complicated. George, let's talk about it in a little relationship update. Relationship update. Relationship update. George, we'll end on a minor chord.
Just out of context, I feel like you were gonna. I feel like you actually had something to say though when you said it.
We went to the pub on Saturday.
Went to the pub on Saturday. Yeah.
That was a good
Well, that's
relationship.
not. Is that our relationship? Or is that
That was a group relationship, right?
group relationship? All right. I haven't got a. I do have a. I mean,
Oh come on! Right, come on, go on.
I've been with my significant other, my SO S/O, for 2 years now.
Fucking hell!
I saw the award.
The
It's
award.
been 2 years.
I gave her a trophy. She gave me a pair of socks with her face on them.
Did she actually?
Yeah, pretty good actually.
Why are you not wearing them? I'm just going to point out to any listeners, particularly pagan, that Miles is not
Pagan been
wearing
listening
his
to
special
nowadays?
socks.
Has she actually listened to these?
I've
so
got
far?
Guinness socks on, so they are still special socks.
Yeah, but
It,
I'm going to try and get
Look,
you in trouble. That's
I wore
what
I
do.
wore them for 2 days. Like it'd be
That's
unhygienic.
disgusting.
What?
Yeah.
Pagan, teach Miles some lessons in hygiene.
Okay, good relationship update. And it's a really loud clap, wasn't it?
Yeah, really loud. Definitely hit the
so what?
reds
Are we
on
going
there.
for a George relationship?
Yeah,
update?
let's go for a George relationship
Right,
update.
George relationship update.
It's always so complicated. George, let's talk about it in a little relationship update. Relationship update. Relationship update. George, we'll end on a minor chord.
Yeah. So, booked holiday. Did I say that last time? What did
You
I say
did,
last
You
yeah.
said you were thinking about it.
Yeah, it's booked now. Well, I ain't just going to Jersey,
Right, okay.
but she's never been to Jersey before.
Still very nice, though.
Yeah,
we
no,
enjoyed our
yeah.
time in Jersey.
It'd
Yep.
probably be cheaper to go to like Rome, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie, like flights wise and stuff. If you get a good deal, it'd probably be cheaper. But
Yeah, so at work there's a couple of Italian colleagues who sometimes get their flights for less than 20 quid.
yeah, I the returns I got for 28 quid each,
That's good.
or 26 quid. But you can generally get back for 22 quid if you book in advance, and you can probably get out there from Birmingham for about 44.
I just hope there's no operatives of Flybe listening to this because they're going to put their prices straight up.
Well, did you guys realise? Actually, this is a good. This might be my shout out. Actually, a bit of a change up on my shout out, but I'm gonna say it now. Shout out to what I'm about to say, because I'm telling you, booking flights on your phone will be more expensive than booking flights on the computer. And I'm not even joking, because what they end up doing, because they think you're in a rush, because you're on your phone,
They put the price up.
the price is actually... I've genuinely checked this. It's not everyone, but some of them will do this. And I didn't think it was even legal or possible, to be honest.
I've heard the best way to book flights is to use a VPN, because if they see that the same IP address is accessing their website looking at the same flights, they'll put the price up every day.
Yeah.
Until you panic buy them, basically.
You're 100% right. 100% right. It's a real funny thing to do. But no, yeah, that's just a bit of a warning for you guys anyway, more than a shout out. But
That's consumer advice.
Consumer
Good
advice
stuff.
point.
Well, I'm glad you've got a holiday book, George.
Yep. Congratulations. Hope you both have a lovely time.
Yeah, we're going from the 3rd of May to the 13th, so it's 10 days.
Well, if anyone wants to meet George in Jersey, you know when to go.
Not a big island.
It's not a big island,
find
yeah. St. Brelard's Bay will be the place to meet me on the beach.
My postcode is...
Whoa. Yeah.
That's a good update.
So, yeah.
And consumer
Okay.
advice.
Well, let's head over to the third corner.
Dictionary corner. I keep on saying
The
dictionary corner.
OMPC bunker. As we all know, it's a triangle by now. And let's hit it up with a Miles band update.
I've got an update.
Hey.
Hey, yeah, you ready? No update.
Oh, okay, cool.
Nothing's
Good story.
happened. Yeah, end of.
Fantastic.
Thanks for asking, though.
I'm glad you did some cool band stuff
So
this past fortnight.
Yeah, thrill him. Now we've got to move on to the next section, and we're gonna have to spin that wheel again.
I'm not sure I'm ready to spin that wheel again.
I think we should give it another go, but we need a bit more.
I can't remember what sound I'm meant to be
You're
making,
doing
if I'm
sort of
honest.
like the train, and George is doing the click, and I'm doing the sort of the spinning of like the wee sort of sound. I'm doing. Like
Let's give it a go.
Okay,
Are you ready?
I'm gonna count on 4. No, on 5.
Are we going on 5 or after 5?
No, we go on 5, so it'll be like 1, 2, 3, 4. Woo.
Okay, I'm ready.
So,
Sorry.
you ready?
Yeah.
So let's spin the wheel and let's find out if we've got any questions. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Chug, 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 chug. That was terrible. Okay, have we got any questions?
Can't.
I'm going to take that as a no.
Beardy Ben, upon confirming his acceptance into joining us for an episode, has provided some topics for us to discuss. But
Interesting.
I don't think we've got time in this subject. But
I don't think we should go over the topics. I think we should keep
preserve
them
them for next
fresh.
one.
Just
Yeah.
for a quick. I've also asked a certain Dealey, Joshua, and he said it'd be. He said that he didn't know how he'd act, but he said that he'd come on.
He's confirmed.
He's confirmed.
That's 2 confirmed
Okay.
guests.
He's confirmed, but he didn't
every
promise.
10th episode?
He didn't promise his behaviour.
The problem is, with it being fortnightly,
That's a long time away.
it's a long time away. Now, I said we'll do
Once
10th
a-
episode special for Beardy Ben, and he was like, that's ages away.
Yeah, that is like 3 months away.
So I wonder if we should do like a 7th episode bonanza.
Yeah.
We could just make it the 5th episode bonanza. It's perfect.
I don't. I mean,
we are up to episode 4 though.
This is episode 4 now.
Yeah,
Would be next
exactly.
episode.
The next one.
I don't know. We can try and arrange something. We can see
can
what we can
arrange
do.
it. But everyone celebrates 100 episodes, 1,000 episodes. Why do we have to follow the mold?
Episode number
Let's
16.
Do we?
Yeah,
do we?
sure.
Do we?
No,
do?
why
I mean,
not?
yeah. I mean, we can surely throw some Mondays in. I don't know about you two.
Mondays.
Monday night shows,
But we can do
no
whatever.
alcohol.
Yeah, all right.
You know, just to. I'm just saying, you know.
I mean, if we get more than 6 listeners,
Yeah, I mean,
then maybe we
I
can
was
do
gonna
once
say,
a week.
Like, guys,
I mean-
like, please tell us if there is anything of that nature, because I think we all enjoy talking about video games. I'm not gonna lie, I could probably talk to you guys just about video games for about 2 hours.
I mean,
so
I don't want to talk too much about the metrics.
The Matrix. Oh, mate, I could talk to you for hours about the Matrix.
We've had 40 listeners so far,
Yeah.
which I think is pretty good considering we haven't promoted.
That's probably just me, like 39 times.
I think it's pretty good considering we haven't promoted whatsoever.
Well, I listened to it twice. That's my
38
standard.
listeners.
Yeah, that's my standard.
I've listened twice as well.
Okay, I can say that if we all listen twice, then that means okay, we've had a good 34 listeners.
Look, I think we've got over 10.
Which is cool. Yeah, guys, please do let us know. But like I said, if you guys are into gaming or if you're into films or whatever subject that we're talking about, let us know what you're interested in talking about, because some of these subjects I could really branch out, and we could have that second podcast to talk about, because
Mate, this could be main podcast topics. So if there's something you
Yeah,
need to hear us talk
definitely.
about, or if you've got a question, we're on every social media other than Instagram. Fuck them.
Yeah.
You know, hit us up.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
please do.
it. If your Q&A question is more than just a simple question,
Yeah,
we'll
even if
happily bring it forward
even if
into
it's
a main topic.
Jamie, even if it's you, buddy, just send something in. You're my bro. Send me something in. And if you showed this to your friends, hi guys, I don't know any of your names, but you
Look.
know what? Send us something through.
Look, Jamie Foxx, he ain't responded so far. He ain't going to respond off the back of the podcast, is
No, he's not. No. Yeah.
Give it up, man.
Yeah, possibly. Sorry, Jamie Foxx. And you, Williams.
Well, I'm going to move forward to our final segment of the podcast
Yeah. Is this the bit?
Shout out.
because
Oh,
we
right.
need to do some shout outs.
Yeah, we do.
George, we've already had your shout out. Can you give us a quick reminder of what your shout out was?
My shout out, it was about, yeah, okay.
It wasn't really
More of a warning, to be honest,
Well, I
about
think-
flights and stuff. But
Consumer advice.
consumer advice. But I'm gonna have a quick shout out, if you don't mind. Very, very short.
Let's keep it brief. Let's go.
My pink coat.
Now, I want to bring something up because I've noticed throughout this episode it's quite a rustly coat.
It is a rusty coat.
People have probably heard
yeah,
it.
it was, but I don't know if they have or not.
No.
It's quite a directional microphone. I
It
hope
is
they have
quite-
heard it.
Hopefully not.
Yeah, hopefully not.
Or maybe,
Or else it's gonna be
hopefully.
a very rustly episode
Mate, ASMR
for all of you.
episode.
Yeah, I did think about it before I came in here, to be fair. But
So it's a pink New Balance coat. On initial impact, I thought it was a shirt.
yeah, I think so did someone that I sent a picture of me in it in as well. They thought it was a shirt, but yeah, it's a very pastel-y pink, like a pastel-y salmon. Oh, it was anyway. The tag's still on. It was 20 quid. I quite liked it, but I didn't love it. But I thought
He might grow to love it though. You never
yeah,
know.
but I thought I'd wear it
Might
tonight.
grow into it.
Jesus, that was my burps.
You're
there.
in a funny
I
age.
just thought I'd see what your opinions are tonight. I'll see what my girlfriend's is tomorrow. Mom's opinion was already. That was basically
Standard
it, really.
mom.
Yeah, she kind of she didn't hate it, but she didn't love it. So
Great.
I was
Great
so.
stuff.
But no, let's move on. What about you, Miles?
Miles, you've got a shout out for us.
What's your shout out?
I have a shout out. Not very funny or anything, but like YouTube, there's a channel called No Clip, and they are Patreon backer funded gaming documentaries. And basically, I think it's a network of about 3,500 people basically fund them, and I think there's the one guy who's the presenter, and then a couple of people behind it. I don't know, but I've watched a shitload of their YouTube stuff, and they'll go behind the scenes. They did a documentary with Project Red.
Oh yeah,
The Witcher.
yeah,
They
brilliant.
did a whole thing about the development of that. They did a 2-part series about the development of Rocket League. It's just so well put together. Like the whole
stuff.
thing, it's thrilling to watch. It's so interesting. Shout out. I love it, man. It's so
Fantastic.
interesting.
Might give it a watch.
Ryan, shout out.
So, actually, I wasn't going to give a shout out. I was going to give a more of a gear grinder.
Yes,
this
okay.
time.
Oh, yeah, yes, actually, yeah.
But I've changed my mind again. I'm going to give a both.
I like
Okay.
it.
So I'm going to give the shout out first, and then the reason behind the gear grinder will become obvious.
End on a negative note.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. So I'm going to give a shout out to Chris, Miles' dad, because he's the only guy I could ever know that would have a 36mm spanner in his collection. And on that note,
Could be so many innuendos with that.
I'm gonna give a gear grinder, I guess, to Volkswagen, because why the fuck would you make a socket 36mm? That is not a standard size for a normal oil filter change. Just shouldn't exist.
You watch this, right? We'll drop this podcast. VW recall hundreds of thousands of vehicles.
But
get
then,
them back.
But then again, with VW and their numbers, they probably thought it was a 32mm socket, and they got the number wrong.
Ooh, burn! They're quite good at mixing the numbers up. To be fair,
they're quite good at making shit up.
But is this?
It's a bit of a burn back at the old diesel.
Them
Oh,
Scan.
yes. Yeah.
Jeez.
But yeah, that's
Controversy.
it.
Slow,
That's
wasn't
it.
That was slow.
Wasn't
Yeah.
it slow? You got that.
It's getting on. It's getting on.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
Wow.
we've got. Let's go out for. We've got to hit it, don't we? We've got
We're gonna
20
hit the 2 hour
seconds.
mark. Yeah.
Yeah, we've got to hit.
It's okay. We've got an outro.
We have gone out a long
How long is it?
outro.
How long's the outro?
The outro is like a 20-minute Pink Floyd song at this point.
It's fantastic.
Oh, I'm happy with that.
So let's
But-
wrap this up by
So
saying,
yeah, 2
Well,
hours. 20.
everyone, have a good 2 weeks. Thank you for listening to us.
Fortnight.
Ramble on for 2 hours.
Yeah. Yeah,
we will
very
be
much so.
back in 2 weeks' time. In the meantime, please do go and find us on our social medias.
Please-
We're everywhere other than
Please do.
Instagram because we haven't worked that bit out yet. But if
We'll
you've
be
got a
there.
topic or a question, we'd love to hear from you.
Very much
Fantastic.
so. I think we're gonna, we'll start putting up the drinks that we've been drinking and all that kind of stuff, so you guys can go out and get
Yep.
them.
The flow's going to come soon.
Yeah, we're gonna get a good flow into swing into things and get into a good rhythm. And
I
once
like
we're
that.
in there,
It's a good
we're
idea.
in there.
Take the photos of what we've been drinking.
Yeah, man, get them up there so people can go out and purchase themselves, give them a
Love it.
try,
Yep.
Fantastic.
and yeah,
Yeah.
fun dabby dozy.
Thank you for listening, everyone.
Yeah, thank you.
Take
very
care.
much.
Have a good fortnight.
Speak
And
to you
goodbye.
soon. Bye.
Have a good
Adios.
Apex.
Bye.
Apex.
Don't end on that.
Sorry, yeah, I'm
Wrecked
so
it.
sorry.
Well, that's
I
very-
wrecked it.
You're going to have to fade this out now.
Fade you.
Okay, let's just try again. Maybe I can cut something good in. Goodbye. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening, everyone. Goodbye.
Bye. Fortnight. Bye.
Oh no!